Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Anthony's Horror and More. And today I want to show you guys some recent movie pickups. I got stuff from the Shout Factory sale that happened about a month ago, some Kino Lorber titles that are from the most recent sale. I've got some wall fart Steelbooks to show you guys, so a lot of good stuff. But before we get started, I want to go ahead and rep X-Men 97 on Disney Plus, and it is so rare that I want to talk about anything from Disney nowadays, but I gotta say that X-Men 97 is killing it. It's so good. The writing's great. The music is excellent. The storytelling, the characters, the fact that they got the original voice actors, most of them, to come back to do this show is all so cool. And yeah, all the action in this show, damn, and the way it's stylized and it's so fluid and the motions and everything, I'll tell you. And then it's just bringing the emotional beats. It's bringing a lot of that like corniness back from the original 90s animated series too. It's still got that. That cheesiness and all that, but it's filled with a lot of heart too, and a lot of gritty moments, and it's rated TV PG, so you can show some blood, and you can have some bad language in there and all that kind of stuff. So go ahead and check out X-Men 97 if you haven't seen it. It's worth it, trust me. Just watch those episodes. At least give it a try if you're a fan of the original animated series. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into my Shout Factory titles. We got City Slickers. This was a first time watch. I think that I watched it when I was a kid, like at least most of it, but it felt like a first time watch. I remembered a couple of the beats here and there, but yeah, I really enjoy this film. Basically, it's about bunch of middle-aged guys, who are just, they don't know what to, they're kind of looking for that like dare to be great situation. They're looking for a change, something. They start this movie off with them running with the bulls, and they all have kind of like relationship issues and stuff. So they're like, you know what, let's go to this cattle ranch, get one last thrill in, and then we'll try to figure out our actual lives. And they go to become cowboys, basically, at least for a little while, but they, while they're herding all this cattle from like one side of the state to the next, they're learning a lot about themselves, relationships, how to be better. The cast is superb. You got Billy Crystal, Daniel Stern, Bruno Kirby, and of course Jack Palance is the cowboy, the real cowboy right there. And I dig this film. Billy Crystal actually did give birth to a real calf, in this film. So the one that you see coming out of the mom cow is actually a fake baby cow. But then there's like another shot right after that where you see a baby calf standing up, and it's got all that pink goo and all that crap on it from coming out of the mom's vagina, so it's just dripping all this goo and stuff. That's real, and Billy Crystal actually did deliver that cow, or that calf, so it's pretty cool. And, in real life, Daniel Stern and Billy Crystal actually took a lot away from this movie. Daniel Stern got a bunch of acres out there, and, got a house and all that stuff, so he really dug working on this movie, and so did Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal actually got some... what did he get? He got some... Oh, he kept his horse. That's what it was. He actually kept his horse from the film. And then he used this horse again in the second movie, which is really cool. But yeah, Billy Crystal loved working on these, especially the first one. He really loved working on the first one because I think he got to maybe figure out some stuff about himself and, and all that. And I don't know. I just think that's cool, that they had so much fun working on the film that it impacted their lives in such a big way, at least for Billy Crystal and Daniel Stern, That's awesome. Now, poor Bruno Kirby, the third guy in this movie, he didn't have quite the awesome experience that those two had, because he's actually allergic to horses and stuff. So he was constantly like sneezing and this, and he had to like, get those shots daily because he was so allergic to the animals and everything. So I don't think he had, the same fun experience the other guys had, but still a good time. And then you got the second film, which is the one I grew up watching the most. And I don't know if this movie has the same depth that the first one has, but I think it has a better pacing, more energy, more, it's funnier, I would say. And Jack Palance comes back, Daniel Stern comes back, Billy Crystal comes back. And of course you got my boy John Lovitz, who's hilarious. He plays Billy Crystal's brother in this. And yeah, highly recommend it. Highly recommend both of them. It's a great double feature. Then we have the Nutty Professor collection, filled with fart jokes. So, I hadn't seen the original since I was in like high school. I just rewatched it when I got this in, and it's still held up for the most part, but a lot of the fart jokes didn't land for me now. I just didn't find them as funny as I did in high school. But when Eddie Murphy beats the shit out of Dave Chappelle's character, the stand-up comedian, and throws his ass in the piano and all that stuff, that's still funny. And it's got a lot of heart to it as well. So it's still good. Also, the CGI is really bad. It's really bad. But still a fun movie. I haven't seen the second one since the theater when it originally came out, so I'll have to get back with you guys on that one. But, we got Summer School. Oh, yeah, Mark Harmon. Mark Harmon is a teacher who, summer's just beginning. Him and his girlfriend and his dog are about to go to Hawaii and have a lot of fun and a lot of sex and a lot of, all this stuff. He's about to go have a good time with his girlfriend, and, well, he gets roped into having to stick around and teach all these kids in summer school, which sucks, obviously. So his girl leaves, and, it's just him and his dog chilling with all these kids, that, they have to stay in summer school because they didn't, they couldn't pass their classes on time and all that. So the cast of kids that they have in this, they're all really funny and good and well written, especially Chainsaw and his buddy. Those two are like the horror loving maniacs that we all are. And they love Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, and they love prosthetics and blood and guts and all these, all that kind of stuff, practical effects. And they do use a lot of that in this movie, which is fun. There's like this whole sequence, this whole scene in the movie that's all about horror, and I love it. So, Summer School, great movie, great little comedy. Then we got Twins, Arnold, Danny DeVito, twin brothers, and yes, they are actually twins, but you learn in the movie why, even though they don't look alike, they're, but they are twins, even though they're not identical. And, Arnold Schwarzenegger is basically like a fish out of water, and his brother, Danny DeVito, is kind of showing him the ropes. But Danny DeVito's like a con man, a hustler kind of guy, so... But it works out because Arnold gets to learn about, like, the real life and all that stuff, and what it's like in the city. So, good movie. All right, next up we got the Kino sale. First time watch, Needful Things. Ooh. Basically, the devil comes to town and starts granting wishes to all the people in the small town, but of course they come with a price. And man, I loved it. It was really good. It had an interesting tone as well to it, but I really dug it. I still think Storm of the Century is the best Stephen King adaptation, but this movie's damn good. And similar to Storm of the Century, actually. But yeah, really dug it. Fun movie. Try to, just go in blind, watch it, see how everything unfolds. But it gets pretty wild in certain parts and everything, and I had a good time. Yeah, I really did. Amanda Plummer, JT Walsh, You've got Ed Harris, Max von Sydow, who's the stranger that comes to town and starts granting all their wishes. That's Max von Sydow. Ed Harris is the sheriff. Yeah, J.T. Walsh is excellent in this film, but let's face it, what isn't he great in, you know? All right. Then we got It's Not the Tuma, Kindergarten Cop. Man, love this movie. 4K looks solid. But this is just, it's like the perfect blend of like, it starts out almost like a normal Arnold movie, you know, where somebody gets killed, and then Arnold's, you know, goes and beats the shit out of all these thugs, and he's trying to get this lady to, you know, finger the killer, and then all these things happen. Arnold's got to go undercover as a teacher, and it's got so much heart, and the comedy's great. I love the way it's directed too. This small town where he's at is so beautiful. I want to live there. It's gorgeous. And all the wide shots and the scenes of this town, wherever this takes place, I want to live there. So, really good movie. Check out Kindergarten Cop. Then we got Suspect Zero. I have not seen this film, but I've heard good things from my buddy Brad and Alan. You know, Brad from the 4K Tent Revival and Alan from Pop's Movie Dungeon. Go subscribe to their channels. Check them out. But yeah, they both said nothing but good things about this movie, so I can't wait to watch it. And then we got Link, my buddy Video Manning Gizmo. Go subscribe to his channel. He's the one that recommended this to me. This I did watch, and man, it was awesome. And they actually use real chimpanzees in this movie. They have 3 chimpanzees. And let me tell you something, guys. When you see the amount of stunts that these chimpanzees are doing, it is incredible. In-fucking-credible. And they're really doing them, most of them. I mean, it's wild. You got Elizabeth Shue, Terrence Stamp. Basically, Elizabeth Shue's character is, you know, like this student there at the college, and she wants to work for this guy. And, you know, he's like a scientist type guy. Or he's like a professor, you know, and he's teaching all these chimpanzees different things and all this. And she comes to his like house that's out in the middle of nowhere, where the like chimpanzees kind of have like sanctuary and room to move around and all that stuff. And she's just like being his assistant basically. And then of course things start going wrong, and yeah, some of the chimpanzees get out of line and it gets crazy. So you got to go ahead and watch this movie. It's a good one. Very, very good. It's really well directed too. I love the the cinematography is great in it, I should say. There's a lot of like these shots that are like, whoa, you know, where they just change it out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It's very different. You know, you get some cool overhead shots and just a lot of different ways of composing shots and stuff with the camera. So I really enjoyed that. All right, that's my Kino Lorber haul. Next up, we got some Steelbooks from Wally World. All right, first up, we got Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh yeah. A Walmart exclusive. Now. Originally, obviously, as a Mondo exclusive, you know. But Walmart's getting these in now, just like they're getting a lot of the Best Buy exclusives and stuff. So it's pretty cool. It comes with a slip. Love the colors on this. And it's so cool that it has the whole cast on the front. Beautiful. Some nice spot gloss on there. And there's the full image. And there's the inside art. I am Groot. Yep, and this completed my Steelbook collection for the trilogy of Guardians movies, because I had 2 and 3 on Steelbook form, but not the first movie. The first movie I actually only owned on DVD, which is crazy. So that was a huge upgrade. And then you can see, like, I like how they do this on the Mondo Steelbooks. See how that is? And then slide it down. It covers that. Gives it a nice little shine. It's cool. And then we've got Avengers Assemble. So cool. You got Loki. You got all the characters. At the back. Oh, I gotta line it up more. His eyes are a little wonky. There we go. And then watch the blue disappear. There we go. Look at all these characters. I love the pops of color on there. All the red. Natasha's hair. Iron Man's suit. Cap's shield. Hawkeye's shirt. What's that other one in the corner there? Oh, the fire in the corner. And you got Thor's cape. They did such a great job with this. Iron Man. I am Iron Man. There you go. Even the spine's red too, which is dope. And there's the inside. Yep, so sick. And I like how they did that too, because see, you got Iron Man on the back. Then you get the rest of the characters on the inside. You get Thor, Hulk, Natasha, Cap, and Hawkeye. So very well done. And then on the back, you connect the eyes and the chest plate and the hand plate thing there, see? So sweet. All right. Next up, we got everyone's favorite movie to bitch about, Silent Night. Jesus Christ, I've never heard so much complaining about a movie. Silent Night. Just your typical revenge flick. I really dug this. You know, I really thought Joel Kinnaman gave one hell of a performance, very emotional and intense. It definitely has a lot of, like, you know, it's a typical revenge story. So it's got like a lot of, you know, there's quite a bit of like John Wick vibes in terms of like the action and stuff like that, like just the way it's, you know, but it's John Woo, you know, and I guess John Woo's been doing that for a long time, that kind of style and everything. But since the John Wick movies are so fresh in all of our minds, it feels very much the same, you know. I wish, at least as far as like the car action sequences, like where he's like driving the car, you see this in the trailer, and then he's shooting the gun while like the door's open and he's driving, you know. It's, you know, you've seen that in John Wick and, you know, some other movies as well. But I still think the story's good. But it is a silent film. It's called Silent Night, so no one talks in it. But I don't know, it didn't bother me that much, but I know it pissed off a lot of people. Anyway, we'll take the slip off. Of course, you got to have those doves. It's a John Woo film, so you got to have doves. And that's the scene that I was talking about, where he's driving the car and he's shooting, you know. Yeah. But this has great art on it. Awesome colors. I love all the greens and stuff. The greens, the reds, obviously, like Christmas colors, holiday colors. And then the disc art is great too. Those are Christmas bulbs. And they're like shattered, you see. But yeah, really solid flick. I dig it. And the slip goes back on. Maybe. It's a pretty tight slip. Damn. There we go. Boom. Nailed it. All right. Got that one. Alrighty. And that one. Now I've got I actually managed to find a couple movies in the Walmart $5 dump bin, believe it or not. You know, but you got to go digging through those bins, guys, You gotta go really digging through those bins if you want to find any. The first one I found, Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. I have not seen this one yet. I've seen the first one, but I haven't checked this one out. But I will say I love the Steelbook because you remove the slip, it's a Lionsgate Steelbook, and you can actually feel this hole right here. It's debossed, so it's like pushed in, so it feels like an actual bullet hole. So cool, I love that. Got the full arts. And there's the inside. Yeah, awesome. Really, really cool. Like I said, I'll have to get back with you on like if the movie's any good or not. But you know, for $5, I couldn't pass it up. And then I went ahead and got the Saw Steelbook for $5. Once again, couldn't pass it up. Love this movie. This is actually an extra, so I went ahead and got it because I think I might have like a friend or someone that might want this, so I got it for them basically because, like I said, for $5, why the hell not? So yeah, and that's it. That's the entire haul right there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And yeah, let me know, what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys have found any cool Steelbooks in your Walmart $5 dump bins, if you've picked up anything, like any great movies recently, Steelbooks, whatever, anything from the Kino sale, let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the like button for me if you don't mind. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.